Hi, welcome to my channel, Live Documentary. In this video, I would like to talk about my experience with, or my personal experience with the idea of, TB Joshua Synagogue, and my take on what is going on, or what the videos that we're just watching right now that is trending right now. So again, welcome to my channel. This is Live Documentary. If you're new to this channel, please just watch, comment, like, share. So my experience with the synagogue and the whole idea of TB Joshua, before I actually go right into the topic, I want to also share certain points that we need to consider. We want to understand that religion is a big topic and a big effect that affects our lives. And a lot of times, religion is used for different purposes and to gain power. So we need to understand that. So talking about this particular topic, I want to bring our attention to things like the videos that we watch, things that we do. And that's why, for instance, me personally, in my YouTube channels, and in my videos, what I try to do is to make sure that I'm very careful of what I say and what I share and what I do in my videos. So the kind of videos we watch, they can really influence us in a very strong way. So also seeking miracles. A lot of times the reason why we get into trouble when it comes to religion is that we're seeking places where we can go to and look for these miracles. Oh, somebody is having this healing, this happened to this person. We all want to rush there. So that's another thing that we need to look out for. Then fear. Fear is a big deal, especially in a place like Nigeria, where we believe in voodoo, we believe in black magic, we believe in jazz, or whatever we may call it. So that is also powered by fear. A lot of things that has happened in this story is about fear and how that fear affects our lives. So another thing is belief. What are the things that we believe in? Because our beliefs have a lot to do with how we perceive things, how it becomes real for us. Because we will always believe in what we see. We will always believe in the things that we hear. It all depends on how do we relate to that belief to begin with. That would show, or that would prove how much stronghold we will have on that particular matter. Then the last thing will be, using a foreigner, using a white person, for instance, to portray our stories. So this is not the first time where a black person would use a white person to portray their story, because they believe that using a foreigner or a white person simply means that they are more authentic, they are more credible. But again, it depends on who actually is buying the story. So in this case, TB Joshua catered to white people as a result of using that to tell a particular story. And the story he's trying to tell is a story of, being authentic, being original, being real, which in today's world, that is not really unusual for people to do. I have seen people that would have a business, and let's say in America, for instance, they will have a business, and in the business, they wouldn't want a black person, or for instance, let's say is a company owned by a Nigerian. What they usually would do is to put a foreigner or a white person or someone who has a foreign accent as a forefront or as a representative, because they believe that they will command a particular respect when is a foreigner. So TB Joshua did exactly the same thing, nothing different. This is just like a marketing strategy. The biggest sadness I have about this information is that no matter what we say, people will still believe what they want to believe. No matter what comes out, no matter if the truth is out there in whatever form, people still want to believe what they believe in. Because a lot of times, it's so easy to just want to stay in your own comfort zone and believe in your beliefs, even though it doesn't make sense to you. You don't want to ever come out and be the wrong person, or you don't want to ever come out and make people feel that you don't want people to be right about what they've told you. So you want to continue to believe in that. So no matter how these videos are all coming out and people are coming and saying their experiences, there are still a lot of people that would not believe what is happening. As we speak now, there are still people going to synagogue. So I grew up, and at the time I grew up, the place where synagogue was located, at least when it was called synagogue, the Church of All Nations, was very close to where I stayed. And a couple of blocks away, this building was located right there. And I remembered that each time I had to go around that building, I would, immediately have this overwhelming fear. Not just because I was going to go in there, because I would never have that courage to go in there, especially if I wasn't that kind of person, because I wasn't a person seeking for miracles, because I knew that, seeking for miracles, you could get in trouble. Because I knew the things behind that. You could see it through. It was obvious. But apparently, not everybody could see the same thing. So just walking across that building, you have that overwhelming feeling of fear. How much less someone that is actually inside of it. So that fear was a big deal. And for me, just, recounting my experiences and watching the documentary that BBC just, put out there, it's just reminds me of the whole thing. And then I also had my own very close relatives that would go to this church, and as we even, grew up and did our own thing, I'll be asked that, do I want to go? I'll see them getting ready to go, even though they come back every time and they never have any personal experience to share, or even as they watch the miracles on TV, and they go. Every time they go, they expect to have their own miracles, and it never happened. They were still hopeful that one day they were going to get their own miracle. It never happened. And I even remember just a couple of years just before TB Joshua passed away, I was told by one of my relatives that, oh, I'm going to bring you some oil, I'm going to bring you some pamphlets, I'm going to bring you this from synagogue. And I said, please do not bring anything for me. I'm good. I'm okay. I do not need anything from there. Because I wasn't just ready, because I could see that manipulation. This is something very obvious. Again, it's not uncommon TB Joshua is not the only person doing this. This actually happens also in our everyday lives. We have some people, I'll take for example, marriages. There are some marriages out there that people are being manipulated and brainwashed even by their spouses. It's commonly noticed, where a woman is being the subject and then the man is being the one in control. This is not something uncommon. But what we need to do is to be able to recognize these things and able to save ourselves, because we don't always want to put ourselves in a position of vulnerability. We want to be able to, prevent it before it starts. We don't even want to put ourselves in that situation. Also, I had a friend that we went to high school together, and she was my best friend. And this friend of mine, the first time I went to her house, I found out, as soon as she closed that door, right behind that door, she had the picture of TB Joshua. And immediately I started to shake out of fear. Like I said, fear is a very powerful thing that we underrate. Fear is a very powerful thing that we take for granted. And immediately I started shaking. I was so scared out of my mind. And I was asking my friend, why do you have that picture over there? Take it away. And she told me, no, I won't. And I'm like, why? Why is this picture so special? And my friends told me that he actually healed her. And I was like, how? So my friend apparently told me this story of when she was bedwetting till like at the age of, I think about 20. And then her mom had done everything to make sure that she stopped bedwetting, but it never was successful until they finally went to TB Joshua's church. And then when they got to the church, that he prayed for her, and then she stopped bedwetting. Then later on, I came across another documentary that another young Nigerian lady had done, showing her experiences of how she was bedwetting all the way to college, and she had so much issues, and she tried, all types of remedies, and she couldn't get no cure or no resolution to her bedwetting until she met a doctor, and then they later on found out that she had a smaller bladder where she couldn't hold urine for too long. And then until she learned how to manage it, she was now able to stop bedwetting. Immediately, my mind went to my friend. So again, our belief matters a lot. If we already think, oh, this is a man of God, oh, they're going to lay hands on me and then they're going to pray for me and everything is going to go away, we will immediately start to believe that. If we think, oh, this is a man of God, if he tells me that I'm a witch or I'm bewitched or I'm a prostitute, for instance, or I'm a fornicator, immediately we start to believe it. So our belief has a lot to do with it. Being brainwashed, we look at it as, how can someone be manipulated so easily? How is that even possible? Again, we have that power to protect ourselves. When I started this video, I was talking about watching videos. We need to watch the videos in our lives that will bring good meaning, that will be meaningful to our lives. We want to watch things that would influence us in the right way. When you watch these videos and these some of these disciples encounter, a few of them said something about watching the video that was brought to them. So that was the first step of manipulation. But also you have to understand that even before this first step of manipulation, each of these disciples had things that was wrong with them. They have some insecurities. They were seeking power. They were seeking, miracle. They wanted to see things in the Bible. So they already had that foundation. All they needed to do was, all they needed to do was now to see the videos. Because for me, I came across TB Joshua's video a lot of times. That didn't faze me. I wasn't interested. I didn't want to watch those videos. I could see right through those. Even the strategy of using the white people, I could see all of that. I knew those were not real. But not everybody could see through those videos and understand that they are not real. It's a strategy. Religion is a big thing where people are unfortunately used and are deceived. You do not have to do any religion. You do not have to go to any place of worship. Again, I don't want to sound controversial because I don't want to tell anyone what to do. But at the end of the day, you don't need a person in front of you for you to believe in God. You can have your own personal relationship with God, just you and God, nobody else. Every time we get to hear the truth like this, someone somewhere continues to doubt it. I didn't need this documentary that BBC did on TB Joshua to understand what has happened or what was happening. I knew that from the start. So we need to start thinking for ourselves. We need to stop putting ourselves in a place of vulnerability. We need to stop putting ourselves in a place where we can be manipulated. We need to watch what we listen to. We need to watch and be careful of what we watch, as in videos, movies, because those things influence us. Again, thank you for watching my video. And I hope that the people that really needs to hear this are listening. The ball is in your court. You have all the powers. God has given you the power as a human being to take control of your life. Stop being deceived by men of God. Think for yourself. You have been given all that power for healing and to make the right decision. You have everything you need. You do not need a third party. You do not need anybody else. Thank you. And bye for now.